Okay, wow. Hi, you guys. Didn't I have 3 o'clock down? I'm here. Oh, shoot. Hi, you guys. Welcome. Tell me, Muffin Top, have you all been waiting? I don't know why it said 2. Welcome in. Either way, you guys, welcome into WCAA Network. I have an incredible live for you, and I don't know if it said 2 or 3. It's showtime. Hi, Muffin Top. Hi, Shazam, Lisa, Geech White, Mary, Rumple Long Hair. How long you guys been waiting? Kathy, hi, you guys. I have a really awesome live, and I don't know. Um, I'm not really quite sure how I want to start it because I have a. Hi, Lisa. I have a Justice Coming Soon. Um, yeah, 3 o'clock. That's what I thought. Um, because it's changed. Something really strange happened. Anyways, things happen strange here anyway. So, um, thank you. Thanks, you guys. So, welcome on in. Everything I do and say here falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. And nothing's been proven right or wrong that I go over on this channel with you guys. It's really important to understand that the information I show you is what feels correct to me and what feels as it's the truth within. So when I show you guys information and I am using different channels to grab this information, it's not about the person as much as it is the story I am telling you over the photo. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm telling you the story of SUMMERWELLS missing children. I'm telling you the story of the cases that I cover. Brian Kohlberger is on the surface of my psyche. Brian Kohlberger is right there. Right there. The person to the left brings Brian Kohlberger to light for me. It brings his stories forward. It brings me information when I look at photos like this. The photo to the left isn't Brian. The photo to the left looks like Brian. The information that I'm going over today comes from this guy's channel, the one to the left. We know the one to the right is we believe the real Brian Kohlberger because now we see him in the courtroom. Right? So, the information I'm going to bring you today is sensitive information, yes. It might be triggering to others. as it does show triggering and sensitive information. But what I am doing today is I'm telling you the stories of the sacrifices that I see within these stories. And the information comes from videos starting 18 years ago. There's a video, and nothing is coincidence here. There's no coincidence here. Everything I send in everything to my guy. I send stuff in just because, one of these days it's going to stick. And they take my information as they're okay with me sending it. Right? Look at this photo. This particular part of the story in this video of this guy's is from the year Natalie Holloway disappeared. Does it have anything to do with her? Maybe. I don't know. Like, I don't have any information that has come forth other than what I'm showing you. And I know that I continuously kept pulling from this guy's video because I saw her. And I don't know if it's because she's now in the news because the guy said he was the killer, or these are other teens that fell under these sacrifices. These are the sacrifices that fall under the Summer Moon Wells cases. This guy shows information that is consistent with what I am showing you on the murders and the sacrifices here at Summer Moon's case. The A has been a huge symbol. The A, the V, the L, the 5. So I'm not saying that this is on the building or not on the building, the A. I am telling you that it's telling me a story. With or without the A plaster to this building, back here, it still tells me a story that there's sacrifice going on here. You see what I'm saying? Other people may look at this and be like, oh, that's just a person standing there. Well, no person stands there against a big shed and covers the doorway. I see this is a place of sacrifice, and it tells me about the Summer Moon Wells cases. It tells me about Summer Moon. It tells me big shed. In a very, very dark area. This looks to me like a Appalachian fairground. This to me is somewhere behind open, very much open land. I see open land in front of it, dark. This is in his video, and this is what I wanted to start out with, to tell you guys the story of these children. The stories are in these guys' video, and I see Sacrifice. It cannot get much brighter, but I see children. Children going into the darkness. They're brought into the darkness of the outside. I see a SUMMERWELLS. Anytime I see videos like this or images like this, it's my chance to talk about it. That I see a child there. I don't care if they put it so dark that they didn't want us to see it, but my eye brings it to me. So I could show you that this is a child. Within the darkness of the video. These are SUMMERWELLS children. This guy looks like Bryan Kohberger. This is the guy in the video. Period. What's going on inside these videos, if it is or it isn't, is Sacrifice. It's the Delphi case. It's Summer Moon. Gabby Petito. Right at 8:15. These are split-second images of Sacrifice, stuck in areas in times that are meaningful. The smallest little photos inside these corners is what tells the story. That is right in this corner. It's right there. It's right, that is right there. The t-shirts and the information that is shown on these men that are throughout these videos are symbols. This is Bryan Kohberger, right? This is a fake video of Bryan Kohberger. His father is sticking on top of the car, which he shouldn't be. I've gone over that, oh my God, you guys, so many times in other videos, right? Bryan Kohberger's to the left, and this guy is to the right. Look at that resemblance. Look at that resemblance. That is an insane resemblance, you guys. Brian Kohlberger's faces do change throughout the videos as well. The videos show victims. Now let me tell you again, it all falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. This is what I see. It's what I see and what I'm told to be true. This is what I see and I'm told to be true. What I just did is I placed all different kind of photos of Brian Kohlberger, because there are lots of different ways of seeing him on video, even though he looks one way in the courtroom. Like this guy. You're going to see when I show you the video, he changes, but what keeps consistent are the images that need to be shown for these sacrifices. And this is what's on these shirts. It does bring me to the Idaho 4 so much. It reminds me of the fraternity boys. I just, not to say you're going to see why, but it brings me to fraternity. Because his shirt throughout the videos, even though I'm sure it's not, is University of Central Florida, UCF. But the lettering on his shirt looks to me as it's KKK. So I don't know, and you can't believe really what that stuff is. The other person in the video is the one to the left. I'm just showing you what I think of when I see these faces, not to say it's them. It just brings me to the family that I follow. There's only one family that I follow. So when I say there's a family that I follow, it's the one, here, Beckman. It's the one that is in the water. It's this here. Let me show you. Let me get a few photos. We grab one photo. Wow, keeps bringing me to... It's weird. Keeps bringing me to a certain case. Family. It's the one that I show you in the the heck. It's so funny. It just keeps bringing up when I say family, like all these cases. Okay, let me put Beckman. It's bringing me stupid photos. Wait 1 second, you guys. I may have moved it. No, I'm not going to be able to pick it up because it's fucking with me. Okay, whatever. The Beckman is the family that I show consistently. They're in the hospital. They're in the water. They're under the tunnels. You know, they're the only ones that I show the kids, you know. Because the kids never look the same. Ever. They always look different. But it's the same family each time. I've shown them in the hospital. Right? Anyways, these guys, this is the guy. That's the guy. So I do have it in here in the hospital. So the one to the left is from like 18 years ago. So, you know, this stuff has shifted. So, trigger warning. The information shown in these videos needs to be seen by the authorities. This child is jumping with a mask on her face. Now, I've seen this mask before. I've seen these masks before. I've shown these masks to you guys before. It's the repetition and the consistent elements being shown that really does strengthen what we're talking about over here. This information has not shifted. These masks on the face have been there. The very first time I saw this mask, you guys, was from the Appalachian Fairground. The video, this is what the video's called. I'm like, she has a mask on her face. Right here. That child, so obvious, has that thing, that bump thing in her hair, and a mask on her face. This mask shows up. It shows up. And this is the first time I saw it was at the you guys remember the chicken coop. That chicken coop is still, I may not bring it up all the time, but man, that chicken coop is a very important part of Summer Moon. So when I see a child like this, I must show you what's on her face. The mask is real. What's on these children's faces is no joke. and they're jumping on trampolines. So when you have this feeling, if you see a video that you say, wow, I've been following these guys' videos, so feels so wrong, something's going on, it's just not right, and you could feel it in the pit of your stomach, zoom in. Just zoom in. And you're going to see the whole entire story. You zoom in and you look to see what's going on in the video. Don't be afraid to zoom in. It's there for a purpose. It's right here. Right here. So if you zoom in, you see it. Clearly see it. It's not something I'm saying, oh, I think I see it through my third eye. I'm showing it to you guys. It's right there. Put a 1 if you see it in chat. This here isn't something that should be seen. It's nothing that is part of jumping. They're at a pumpkin patch. So this is just like the pumpkin patches I show. The pumpkin patch with the jumping, with the trampoline, and the trampoline is outside, and the trampoline's coming up from the ground. And they're surrounded by a pumpkin patch, and they're surrounded by the sheds. Thank you for those ones. Oh, hi DJ. Hi Crystal. Hi Boston. Hi Mary. Welcome in. Hi Bernadette. Hi Liz. You all just came in together. So really look and notice the little boy's arm right in front of you. Look at this little boy. And they're at the pumpkin patch. Pumpkin patches have been part of Summer Moon since the beginning. Jumping on these trampolines have been, to me, a deep fake since the beginning. Because a fake trampoline is what's used to cover this stuff up. This man is not sitting in a trampoline. He is sitting in a hole. I've shown you guys this before in Summer Moon. I've shown you them jumping. I'm like, this is like a war zone. That, just like Summer Moon, you guys sitting next to her tree. These videos take place from 18 years ago to 9 years ago. So it covers a lot of ground, and it just is giving me the confirmation of the discussion that I have had here. That this has been going on for a very long time. My information has always gone back to a place like this. My information is staying consistent. It hasn't shifted. This photo of these men coming out from behind the Appalachian Fairground, they're pulling the boxes. There's your A. My information has not shifted. There is no difference between my very first slide to what you see there. This one's just on its side. But this, I tell you, I see this here, behind a place like an Appalachian Fairground. I showed these things starting in the beginning, day number 1. And I said, these are letters, these are symbols of summer moon. And they're right there. They're really clear. Those letters, you guys, are throughout these videos. And what I am saying is they are the symbols right here. I wrote it right here. These are the symbols that speak code, and this is the box, and this box has not changed. They're speaking about this box. At this carnival at the Appalachian Fairground. This makes no sense. I said it from day 1. They copied and pasted shit together here. And they're doing it still. They're still doing it. He's sitting in a hole. These children are Summer Moon Wells children. These children have no name. They have not been recognized as children that are being sacrificed for the resurrection. They have no name for everybody else. But guess what? That's what we do here. We bring them justice by speaking the truth of the children. By telling the story here that this child exists. This child exists. There's no difference. There's a child in the corner of his photo. This all comes from the same person's channel. All of this. This is when I thought of Natalie Holloway. This was filmed the same year, because I did the math. This was filmed, they say, on spring break. University of Central Florida spring break. The shirt, it changes information. And the shirt winds up showing letters and information that is screaming the sacrifices. This is University of Central Florida, and I believe these are triple Ks. But they change. This face changes. This guy's face, this shows that they are part of a sacrifice. What I see going on within these rooms, you guys, is Idaho 4 Summer Moon Wells. The information that pops out of these white shirts and out of these rooms are the boxes. And it's the white elements. It's the white elements. And I see Brian Kohlberger's face. These are the elements that pop out. Look at his shirt now. Look at the V's. Look at the letters. Here's your victim. He's wearing the hat. Whoever put this information in these videos is having a jolly old time. They're placing the masks. I see the masks. Yeah, it looks like the KKK. What does it mean for these? I don't know. Manfred, welcome in. They place their hoods on, and these are just elements. This isn't his shirt anymore. This shirt it gives information that, to me, the authorities would really love to see. Yes, these are tubes. Here, I'll blow it up so you can see it. What it is it shows you're going to see what I've been pointing out, right? Because it was put in these videos so carefully so you don't see them. But when you know it's there, you're going to see it. This person has shit on him. That's not a t-shirt. These are boxes. And what's going on to the left is over his head. Over his head. Greetings from Germany. Hi, Manfred. This is over his head. His fingers are by his eyes. The other person in this video shows Sacrifice. It shows it's just like Benny coming out of the hole in the ground. But it stays consistent. They're coming out of this box, see? But their head is always in the corner. Always in the corner. There's certain things within these groups that don't change. It doesn't change. It's a cookie cutter. It's very interesting how the faces just so remind me of the faces that we're working with today. This here, he's not sitting in his room on a cruise ship. He's coming out of a box. Yeah, Bernadette, I sent all this in. Yeah, I sent it all in, and when I don't hear from them to not put it up, I put it up. That's just what I do. This is him coming out of a fucking box. We've watched these boxes. How long have we seen these boxes? Benny coming out of these boxes. He's in a box every time I show Benny's images. He's in a box. Or his head sticking out of the trees. You know, it's one or the other. But their heads are always coming out of a box. I mean, remember how Summer Moon winds up. You see this? This is what the rooms look like that I'm showing you from these people. I mean, I have a ways to go, but let me tell you something. These are the rooms that I'm showing you in the video here. Inside their rooms are SUMMERWELLS rooms. Look, this is from their video. This is in the rooms. They show the boxes as if Summer is right here. This is Summer. This is their rooms. And they have people in these rooms. They're not adults, they're children in these rooms. It looks like this. It's a child. And these holes in the ground with their head in the corner is all part of it. Their head is always in the left-hand corner. Any of my videos will prove to be true. Always. There's a reason for it, you know. You know, wait, I think this is... Wait, I think this is... I think this is John Wayne Gacy's places where he put these heads. There's certain areas, they make a pattern, you see. And the ones that go in the corners are very important, but they make a pattern. It's very systematical. You know, these corners, these are corners. It's very systematical. I think this is his. And these numbers, that's all done from the blueprints that were made. Right? Look at this dude. We're inside the rooms of the sacrifice that is very, very sacred to them. We're in it. This video has given me the opportunity to show you guys critical information that is inside these rooms. I have a very, very, very strong feeling that the people in these videos are the same groups of people doing it today. that the person that is running this meeting, these are the same people today. She is sticking out of a box. So sometimes we get the box clearly, right? Here, the box isn't clear, but it's the same thing. She's right in there. We're in it. We're in the room. We're in the room. Sorry, I was looking to see what's going on. This here, you guys, up in the left-hand side, it's what that is it's just, they're the writings. So you have seen writings like this. I don't want to just blow it off. You've seen writings like this. Let's see if I turn it. See. I'm going to let that settle. We'll come back to it if I do. Here, we're in the room. So what you're seeing here, the guy with the writing on like his shirt, and I'm going to blow it up, all the way in the back, they have letters. I'm going to blow it up. They have these letters on their shirt, and many times I can't show it so brightly because it's really difficult. In this video, I'm able to show you what this looks like. You know how I always say they're covered in these red tubings and you see all this shit on them? This is what it looks like because we're in the room. Yeah, everyone's welcome here. That's what I was looking at. We're in this room. He's back here. He's right here. You've seen this so many times. We're right here. You guys have seen this equipment. I've said to you, I've shown it, and it has matched. Summer Moon has it, so I would show it to you in Summer Moon's video, and then it would match in another video perfectly. It's just the white stuff with the red, and it's super common. Super common. Let me see. And what you see to the left are the bars, and those go down. You guys, these bars, this person is standing in it. I'll brighten it up. This person's standing in the bars of the box. This is what Summer winds up with, these bars on her. These are the bars I point out, but we're in the room. This is very close to the equipment. We're not going to get any closer ever again as we are right now to the sacrificial rooms. This is in it. In it. All the way to the left, to the right of this guy, you're going to see this thing on his eye, and you're going to see the box. Let me crop him. He's attached to a machine. Okay, trigger warning. It's really disgusting. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. Here it comes. This guy here, and there's a box in the back. This room is where this equipment is. This is connected to his eyeball. And here is the boxes. So this here is connected to his face. See? Here's one of the clear boxes, and these are the maroon boxes. That's right here. They use certain colors so you don't see it. But I'm showing it to you. Welcome to the SUMMERWELLS cases. This is SUMMERWELLs' children's cases truth. You see, this is their truth. This is the truth of all the cases that I talk about here. This is their truth. This is the only way they get justice. This is how they get justice. They get justice by me showing, to the best of my ability, the stories that they tell. That is that. That's called the equipment. This is their equipment, and it's used in the sacrifices. It is used in their sacrifices, you guys. The V is on his neck. Look at the V on the neck. Here, I'll point it out. Here's the V. Here's the white with the V. That V is important. But this is what they look like. And what he has in his mouth, I've shown you this before. I have shown you what is in his mouth. But this, here I'm going to blow it up. His face is going to look weird, but this at least gives you the opportunity to see what's in his mouth. That. It's like a plug. It's like a plug. See that? It's a plug. And they don't want you to see it. It's all right here. Hello, dipshit. Inside the smallest corners of the small little squares is where you get your kooky information. So if you guys ever go to look at videos, remember to look at the little clips below, because they really do give great information. This is who reminded me of Natalie Holloway. The girl in the video stays with the mask on her face, and she has one of those little hearts coming out of the side of her head. Now, that's really there in the video. And the face has a mask on it. That heart does come out of her head. It's not superimposed. It's there. And this is what happens to her face. And then this is what happens to her face. Trigger warning is right, because these are the current cases, you guys, that I'm working on with you for 2.5 years. And this was filmed back 18 years ago, 12 years ago, 16 years ago. So the information that I've been showing you, it dates all the way back to at least the year that Natalie Holloway went missing. That is the same person as here. It just changes, and it just shifted. So that's a big shift, right? It's like you're watching two different movies. Like they're not the same person, but it's the same. And this is also, so to me, this is inside the room. And this person's head is within one of those little white machine things, leaning on it. I'm going to blow it up. So again, this video is still inside the room. Let me crop it and make it brighter. And then you could look to see the box on the head. Each victim has one of these, right? I've said that for 2+ years. Each victim has their own, right? And I said that it's right there on the head. Well, there it is. Right there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a little pointer thing. right here is the box. Right here are the hearts, and there's someone holding, I don't know if that's a cat, an animal, or a little person. I feel like this is an animal back here. But this is the sacrifice. This is the girl that I just showed you. Thank you for those ones, guys. And see the heart? And the pink dress. It's the pink dress. But again, we're in the same location. The video is still in the same location. The photos are just so similar and look so much like him that that's all I could see. I'm going to brighten this up. I only see Brian's face. And don't believe for a second that it's the school that they're showing here, because I mean, I don't. That stuff is totally faked. I mean, would you put your school on there? No. No, if that was you, you wouldn't use your school. But the one in the smaller corner, look at what, you tell me what's missing. It's a consistent thing that's always missing. You guys tell me. Right here. The arms. The arms. These are sacrifices. And again, to the right, it's just a thing over the head. Same thing I showed you a few pages back. So the shirt looks like this. This is why I say don't believe what it says, because now look what it says. Something totally different, right? So that's why you only stick to the elements that I go over. Only stick to things that we've been talking about for 2+ years. Because they use shirts like this. See, now those letters are like, we don't know what those letters mean, but someone does. Up on top is what you stick with. The number 5 and the E. You stick with the sword. You stick with this. Because this is what shows up in all of our cases. And it's right here. You flip it. Whichever way you flip it, you're going to get your 5, your 3, your E, because it depends on which way you flip it, right? Flip it this way, you have your 3. Obviously, you flip it the other way, you have your E. But this is what's on his shirt that is crystal clear. And then on the bottom is something that wasn't on the shirt earlier. And these are letters. So to someone, it means something. It must mean something to someone. It says, let me get the color down a little. Here, you could see the letters clearly. Here, I took the brightness out. So I don't know what this means, but maybe someone else does. It's in the chat. See that? That wasn't there before, right? So it's a C and an E and a slash, a 1 BYT. That's what's on his shirt. That wasn't there before. So those are basically like the same kind of letters I gave you for Summer. Summer had those letters at the Appalachian Fairground that I just showed you in the beginning. They were stuck in by the truck and by the bench. So they show a tremendous amount of information so many years ago. And to me, these are the same people. I feel as if I feel it, I see it. Nothing's changed. No one's gotten busted. They're the same people. Today. On this guy's shirt, you have the F. Now, other people may be like, oh, no, it's not. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But that's what I see. It's exactly the way that it was written in the Delphi cases. Right here. So however you want to slice and dice it, there's shit in here. And there's a lot of information. And it screams Summer Moon Wells cases. It screams Delphi. The information from so many years ago is the same for Summer Moon. This is a sacrifice. And as if the authorities could get into the smaller little bits of information, you're going to see the information is the same as what you've been looking at for so many years. Now the shirt shows different information, but it's no different than anything that you have been looking at. It's the Summer Moon Wells case. This young girl with whoever they're with, Roman. His shirt says Roman. Roman. Yeah, see, these things give words. They give words, they give information, and they tell the story very well. This is how I have been seeing the story. This is how I've been telling the story. And for some reason, you guys, it's for us over here, right? It's just crazy. Like, there's a lot of good information here. Let's look at his shirt. Roman Central. That's what I see, Roman Central. The letters. But this girl in here, and then the picture to the all the way to the right is the hallway of these sacrifices, right? I showed you this earlier. That girl is in the room with the sacrifices. She's in it. So is the picture above. I'm going to brighten it up. So this girl is in the same situation as that guy up top. There's her number 5 in the back. There's her box. And this is the room, you guys. This is the room that no one should ever find themselves in. Nobody. Nobody. And I'm really hoping that the law enforcement looks at every one of their stuff and acknowledges that these people are connected to some fucking equipment. The world's crazy, as we've learned. And this is what's happening in these rooms. They're connected to some equipment that is connected to the face, that's connected to them, and they're doing something. Because the videos wind up telling a different story. But they're telling the same story over and over again. How could that be? You know, whatever they're telling here with this machine in his eye right here, here's the machine in his eye. This is his hand. They're doing something. Is exactly what I just showed you here. That's this. That is this. It's the same thing. This little box that you always see, it's right here. It's the cylinder. 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 This is machine. Machine. This is the cooker, the pressure cooker. That's a pressure cooker. So these videos speak volumes. They're showing us the truth. They're showing us, by showing us the symbols, the truth. They're speaking through the symbols. I see the smiley face. I see the A. I see the L. I see every bit of element that speaks through letters and symbols right here. And they are consistent. Here's the smiley face that I always show you on Beast and Bunch's body. The A, the 7 or the L, and the V. All here, you guys. Here's the smiley face. Wait. Here's the smiley face. It's the A. This is the L or the 7, whatever it is, and here's the V. And this is going to be a code because it doesn't say university anymore. No, it doesn't. This doesn't say university anymore. It's telling you about this victim. It's giving you information. Right there. We're in the room of the sacrifices. It's dark in these rooms. What happens in these rooms is all the way back here in the darkness. These are tables of importance. These are people. But these are the rooms, you guys. There's particular equipment that actually does this, and it's about the blood, and it looks like this. They do get wrapped in these, I don't know, tubes. I just know them as tubing, right? Let me brighten it, wait. This here is a pretty close photo to what the tubing looks like. Do you understand that this is in someone's video, that they're showing themselves having a gay old time on a cruise ship? Like, so no matter what, if you think this is a crock of shit or not, this shouldn't be anywhere on a cruise ship. This shouldn't be part of a cruise ship. So even if no one agrees with me, this can't be legal. On the other side, remember you guys, I can't brighten these up too much. We could agree that something's going on here. He's looking in the mirror. There's someone in bad situation right in front of him. They're wrapped. Up in the left-hand side is a pretty good photo of the equipment or whatever this is inside these rooms, because we've seen these before. I call it the tubing. It's the white stuff with the tubing. There's the heart. The heart's on there. It's pretty damn close. Like, this is it. I'm sticking to it. This is the red heart. This is all the white shit. All the white stuff with the red tubing, which we call mesh. It's really bright and really obvious. So again, this is inside the room. This here is a very sacred place to go. You very rarely will see a photo like this again. I'm thinking no video currently in these days currently has this. It's all the white equipment, the white shit that we see all the time. And I'm thinking that this doesn't show in the videos very well that we watch today, because I think they're a lot more careful. Obviously, it's been 18 years and no one has seen this. Turn it upside down. No, I got to turn it where the 5 is correct. Yep, this one. See, I always go by the 5, and the 5 is in the middle. So this is the correct way. The 5 is what is right in the middle, and I make sure that that's right side up. But today's day and age, they're really careful. Super careful, right? And up in the left-hand side, they're walking down that hallway. Look at his head. It's a nasty scene. But you guys, this is so summer moon. So there's the box. Remember, I'm always like the head is in a box. There's the box. I'll brighten it. Here's the box. You will never see it this clear again. Right here. You will never, they will never make this mistake and show it like this again. That's a box. And this is in the room. That is a maroon box. And that is on a fake shoulders, and they don't have arms. So that's a head in a box. So if any law enforcement's watching this, I do have a video I put together. See all the things on top? It's like the little critters. See them? The little pieces on top. So here is the person laying in the box. These are sacrifices going on in these rooms. You can't fight this because this person's laying in the box. And he has the heart thing on his neck. This is what his neck looks like. He has the heart on it. And his mouth is covered. See? This is what they're doing. And this is after all of the abuse and the sexual assault and the taking of the, you know, why you see no arms is because this is after the taking of the trophies. These women, I'm giving them justice by showing their faces. Because all this is these are, they're in the equipment. They're in it, and there's something to be said for them because I believe that nobody knows that they went through this. I think that they got caught up in here and they're probably a cold case. Or no one knows they're gone. But they're in this stuff. The girl over to the left, the law enforcement can figure out what the symbols mean. I'm sure it might be her name. I don't know. But these are victims that I'm mentioning them because it gives them justice. The room here, you see the little panda bear. They're carrying these things in bags, you guys. They're carrying them like pets. Like they're their pets. This is a sacrifice night, you guys. Summer Moon Wells' spirit was brought through a room like this. Just like this. I showed you this already. Boom. I showed you these are the smaller photos in between the big photos. So the smaller photos really show the victim's face a little better than the big ones because it's more of the truth. So these are victims, and these are more of what they look like. So bringing them justice is the part of what we're doing here. This guy's eyes are covered. You could kind of see it. They really covered it up well, but he's got the same covering on his face as we've seen. It's right there. This is a victim. And there you see clearly the heart. The heart's actually hanging from his neck. So these are perfect matches to Summer. They're pretty perfect because Summer had all of this. All of this. She had the hearts, the hanging hearts. Let me put this bigger so you see that there's hanging hearts. This is what Summer has on her neck. So those are the hearts. And you can't deny that. You can't deny that they're identical. And these guys are on a cruise ship on spring vacation. Really? I think it's something to question. It's something to question. Here's what these boxes look like. He opens one of these up in his room, and that to me is a head in a box. There's the heart. It's showing it in the room. Obviously, their room is not their room, but this is pretty much a victim because you see the heart is with this person. It's right there. It's not, you can't see very well, but the heart is right here. And this is a box with the head in the corner. The head in the corner. Each one of the victims that comes out with one of these life jackets on looks worse than the next. I'm going to make this bright, a little brighter so you see what's going on here. He's connected. That guy right there. His eyes are covered. The 5 is showing up. Now I'm going to brighten it a little bit more so you see the eyes. And you see that this is a victim. See, the arm is not there. He's on a cruise ship. Really? That's a machine. And the guy on the other side is also going through the same thing. Change the color. You could just see it on his... Let me get rid of Brian Kohlberger. So this is what they look like, and we've seen them wrapped in this stuff before. God, I feel like I'm just looking at Brian Kohlberger. I can't handle it. Look at that. But there's the V on the neck. It's right there. This is a common element. Right there. It's around the neck. This is how I showed you in the Beeson bunch. So you know how I said, oh, that's fake skin? Because this is part of the equipment. That's what, it goes around the neck like that and it gets covered. That's the equipment. Never changes. This is the equipment, and they are in it. They are in the room. They're not in a cruise ship room. No, they're not. They're connected, and this is what's going on here. I want to crop one at a time. Because this is a separate victim that needs to be seen. So we're saying that we see this victim. It's in here. And no one knows what happened to him. This is, when I look at these, I just channel, right? No one knows what happened to this child. He never got justice, and he was never in the news. Ever. Never in the news. So we recognize these victims, you guys. That's it. That's what we do here, that have been victimized by these people in sacrificial ways. But this person has never been recognized as such. So we're saying we see him. We see him. And we send love and light and prayer, right? Because he was never one that was in the news, you guys. He's one of those children that was never in the news. This is just more information showing you that he's not in his bathroom, that he's in the room of sacrifice. And this is the equipment that I consistently am showing you. This is the equipment, you guys. My brain cannot completely comprehend what they're doing, but I'm just saying what you see they're doing is what they're doing. You're seeing it. That's the eyeball. That's the machine. And this is all part of the equipment. All of this. Wow. If you look at the one to the left, you see a head and you don't see a body. That's what you see. A head. That to me is more of the truth, personally. You see how I could brighten it? This. That's a head. And we know that's what it's all about. And this is the equipment. There's your little funnel. There's your little box. There's the cylinder that everyone always has. Let me crop it. This is the number one piece of equipment that I point out. I'm like, oh, there it is. And there's the cylinder. Let me crop it. This is the number one shape that I show you guys all the time. And that's the cylinder right there. And that's what's going on in there. It says spring break. I don't know what the numbers are. 1990 maybe. But that dude has got shit on his mouth. And I have showed you many a times that each victim, they have this thing on their mouth. It's metal. It goes through their mouth. And they're connected to that same equipment that Summer Moon had stuck in her head. I showed you in the beginning, the metal piece. This is a carbon copy of Summer. That's a carbon copy of what I just showed you of Summer. That is a SUMMERWELLS Sacrifice. Just like that, you guys. It's unreal how in the beginning when we showed these, right, it was like, wow, those are crazy fucking photos. Those are nuts. Now, they're not nuts. They're just being shown over and over and over. The exact same photos with the exact same outcome. I mean, this dude did these TikToks and I'm like, oh, he's showing the rooms. Yeah, this is all the same kind of stuff. No difference. Different day, a different dollar, different person showing it. But it comes down to this. Here are the victims in the rooms. I hope and pray that justice comes in the form of the authorities recognizing that everything I have shown is the same story. That it's the same story. It's hard to make these okay. Those are heads. Lots of heads. These are the rooms. There's your room. There's your trim. It's the same trim. Red door. This is the same trim. In the cars, this is the same trim everywhere. Never changes. They don't change this trim. They don't change it. We're looking at it, you guys. We're looking at it. I mean, I'm begging the authorities to open up, do something different, understand that these aren't new images for us. It's just years ago. It's coming from years ago, showing that this hasn't stopped. These boxes, these maroon boxes haven't shifted. These little corner rooms have been the same. This is what is happening to the children. This is what's happening to the children. They're running down these corridors. Each and every one of them have seen these hallways. With this freaking equipment on them. My question is, why is it being ignored? This person is sitting down in the same boxes with the same information, the same maroon boxes that you see behind Summer in her car. She's in it. She's in the milk jugs. There's no difference. Look at her. Her mouth covered in the small one. With the same boxes. How is it that this is any different than what we've been showing in trying to bring justice to Summer Moon? There isn't any difference. This might as well be Summer with the maroon boxes behind her, her mouth covered, sitting in mesh against the milk jugs. This isn't normal. Nothing about it. But this is Summer Moon. This is Summer. Look at her eye. Look at her face here, you guys. Look at her face. On top. She's been brutalized. Brutalized. And then they cover them in whatever they're covering them to finish their sacrifice. And this is how Summer went off into the water, all covered in that shit. But she's with her little box with the V on it. It's right there. So was Summer. Look at her. That's called the mesh. She's down under in this place where they do this. Look at the shifts she goes through. I've been showing you this equipment, oh man, long time now. This is a sacrifice. There's the V on the left, on the leg. This is someone just laying there. This is outside or inside, but to me this is down under. Those are like opening holes that show you outside. This is somewhere cold, damp, like where the food trucks were for the Idaho 4. This is what this reminds me of, but this is still part of their video. These are the boxes. So this is down under those open holes that you see light coming in. To me, that's light from the outside. From outside coming in. So if I brighten this up, it might look a little goofy, but it will show you. Like, to me, those are windows. Those are, and that's the equipment. And that's light coming from outside. But these are rooms, and that is the equipment. Period. That's the fucking equipment. And these are under in these grounds. These are in the tunnels. That's the equipment. These are the doorways to those rooms. This is like where SUMMERWELLS went. This is the same thing. This is where she went. Down under. Into these rooms. They have doors. They have windows. But you can't find them. Someone has to bring the law enforcement to it. They keep their trophies. They keep them. They're in here. That's them. They're trophies. I showed you that in the beginning. These are important. These are little trophies. These are little trophies. that are very significant to the people that have them and own them. People have these, they keep them. They worship them. I see those as they worship them, you know. And these are children in the room. To the right, these are children. These are children. They're teenagers, whatever you want to call them. They make the children very scared. They see stuff like this, like a person looking like this. This is real for the children. They see things like this, you guys. It's in the fucking video. Got that thing in their mouth. Very disturbing. And they're in this room videotaping. This is the same equipment that they're using today. The same equipment. And they're using the one-way mirrors, the one-way windows. And this is how they're still doing it the way that they did it then. There's no difference. To me, I am looking at current information. To me, this could have been taped yesterday. This could be yesterday's news. Because what's going on in here is still going on. And how they're filming it with this equipment hasn't changed. He is filming it. It's a victim. It's a one-way window. It's the same camera. It's the same equipment. There is a problem with this. The problem is this has been allowed to go on this long. Because it goes all the way back. That's a victim. And that's the same equipment. There is nothing different. The only difference is it's 18 years ago. This dude has the same stuff on his neck, the same camera in his hand as we do in 2023. You could just plop in each and every one of the victims that I am talking about, replace them with the videos of the people that I'm watching now, like a Benny, and it's the same stuff. It's the same information. It's the same it's the same camera. Nothing has changed. Nothing. They're using identical information. Here, I changed the lighting on here. There's your A. Why? Because this is the group. There's nothing different, you guys. Same people. It's the same people. That's what I get. I get that nothing's changed. They haven't been busted whatsoever. Nothing. There, it tells you right there. It's all the same. All the lettering, all the cameras. This here is the SUMMERWELLS missing children's case. The people that have created this 18 years ago are still free to do what they're doing today. The window that you see to the left is from the Idaho 4 video. The picture you see to the right comes from their video. It's the same story. It's the same people. No one's been busted. Nothing has changed. Whatever you're seeing in the Idaho 4 window is exactly what I am showing you in the videos 18 years ago. This here is a carbon copy. Carbon copy of what's going on in these videos. What is happening to that person's head in that little contraction is exactly what they're making fun of in the Idaho 4 window. Why? Because they can. Why? Because no one's going to bust them. There is no difference between the sacrifice that they are showing you in the window than what they showed you 18 years ago. They are telling you the same fucking story. They can, and they're not going to get busted. So what we're going to do here is we're going to keep telling the story that nobody wants to bust open. WCIA Network here is to provide the children with justice by exposing their story, because no one is going to arrest the people behind the story. It's been going on for 18 years. You guys, what they're telling you in the Idaho 4 window is this. There's your head. Let me turn it around. Let me show you something. This is that. What they did was they changed a little goofy face. Maybe, maybe not, but here's a little goofy face. It's the same fucking story. This goofy face is what they're showing here 18 years ago. See that little arm sticking out of it? Let me turn it. And you know what? No one gives a fuck. That's that. All you got to do is layer it correctly. All I'm doing is turning it. I'm just turning it. So what we're going to do here is we're going to keep telling their story. Because they keep telling their story. Idaho 4 is so obvious. Same people 18 years ago. So they're not going to get busted because someone is protecting them. Because if this has been going on all the way back and these guys have been able to show videos that match, this group is well protected. And I venture to say it's coming out of the Idaho 4. Period. Fucking period. Because you do not get a match like this. Just like this. If I was wrong. These are carbon copies. What the fuck are they waiting for? It is the same boom. Boom. Same thing. And this is the photo I'm going to leave you guys on to show you that this is the same. And we're going to keep showing it. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you all for being here. This was a great live. Thank you all, Muffin Top. Thank you very, very much for keeping the chat amazing. Thank you, subscribers and members. Thumbs up on your way out, and please subscribe if you haven't. God bless you. Thank you, and we will talk to you all soon. Good night, guys.